we'll visit the sparkling wine factory. Here it is, and we'll see how the champagne cricova is made. So in this section, the whole process goes manually. This section is called remoage, from French, which means taking the sediment out of the bottle. The technology which our company uses for champagne producing is called méthode champenoise. This is a French technology which was discovered in French in the north region called Champagne. And that's why this wine is called champagne. We call it sparkling wine because we don't have the rights to call it champagne. So how the process goes, it's a 3-year-long process of creating inside the bottle a real natural champagne. These sparkles, these gases, are created during a 3-year process of maturation. And this process is divided in 3 important stages. The first stage is the assembling stage, when the wine is poured inside. A bit of liquor is added to improve its alcohol and quality, and the yeast is put because the yeast starts the second fermentation inside the bottle, дрожжи. And so the bottle is closed with this unusual cork. You see, it's a metal cork, it's a temporary one. At the end of the process, this cork is taken out of the bottle. So the second fermentation starts. It lasts for about 2-3 months. And then the wine is kept inside the bottle, this bottle, for about another 2.5 years for maturation, for improving its quality and its taste. At the end of the stage, all the bottles are brought in this section. It follows the second stage, remoage, riddling in English. And they are put in this position because after the fermentation, a bit of sediment is remained at the top of the bottle. As you may see, the champagne is full of this sediment, and we need to take it out. And so the bottles are put in these small holes in this position. And manually they are turned once in 2 days with hands. And in this way, the bottle being turned, it reaches this position, and so the sediment goes from here to the cork side of the bottle. The whole sediment gets deposited here because we need to remove it from the bottle, to freeze it and to take it out. And so the whole process goes. We have for about 1 million bottles in this remoage section, and 9 workers, all of them are women. And one woman can turn in a day close to 36,000 bottles, 36,000 bottles of this unique champagne. We are one of the few companies left in the world that does the remoage process still manually, with hands. The other companies do it automatically. We do it manually. It's a very original, long process which costs very much and it takes a lot of time. That's why it's a 3-year long process of maturation and improving the quality of the champagne. And so the gases which are inside are natural. They are not made quickly. At the whole process, we have close to 4 million bottles of champagne, and in this section 1 million. The technology was discovered in France. There was a French winemaker, Dom Pierre Perignon. You may have heard of this name. He was the one who discovered this unique wine. Once in a spring, he opened a bottle of a simple wine, and he was suddenly deafened, and he heard this sound, this loud sound. And so he realized that the wine didn't ferment enough in the autumn and started to ferment again in the winter. And that's why he tasted and he felt the sparkles, and being very smart, he spontaneously discovered this unique technology. So let's follow in that disgorging section, and we'll see how the sediment is freezed and taken out. The whole process of remoage is finished when the whole sediment is deposited on this portion of the bottle. All the wine, all the champagne is taken in this section, and in this refrigerator they're put in these holes, and only this small section of the sediment is frozen. Only this section, because we need to take it out. So the bottles are put in this way. They are frozen up to a temperature of -25 degrees Celsius. That's the temperature at which the sediment gets frozen. And so the bottles go all the way through there. It's a 10-15 minute process. And when the sediment is frozen, the bottles are taken right here. Here the cork is washed, and right there you can see that machine which takes the cork and removes the sediment and the metal cork, the next machine.
Non so quale, ma va bene.
This one.
Per me una vale l'altra, non c'è niente.
So this is the only section where the process is done automatically by this line. The whole other process is done manually. When the sediment is removed, there is a bit of wine, which is of course inside the bottle, which was untouched. That champagne, all the bottles go all the way through here, and here a bit of sweet liqueur is added to equilibrate the wine's taste, because the champagne is a bit acid after the process of remoulage, and we need to equilibrate that taste of the champagne. And that's why a bit of liqueur is added. It's called liqueur of expedition, to equilibrate the wine's taste. And the next machine, you can see the natural corks, how they are initial. They go all the way through here, and all the bottles under pressure, the cork is installed in the bottle. That's the natural cork, made of oak wood. The next machine installs the small metal basket which keeps the cork in the bottle. That's the small basket when we turn, when we are opening the bottle. That's how the basket goes all the way through here, and right here the basket is installed in the cork side of the bottle. That liqueur with the champagne. The bottles are checked once again, because sometimes it may happen that a bit of sediment may remain inside the bottle of the champagne, and these bottles are taken out of the line. A worker sits here and he looks after the bottles. And they are taken to the other side of the factory where the label is put in the bottle, and then the product is ready to be sold.